Good morning, this is Arun. Today we are going to see default routing. In the last class we have seen the static routing. This is a second exercise in your networks lab. So I am keeping 3 routers, 3 switches, and a PC. Now I am connecting through the cable. Okay, I have connected. Now I am going to configure. So already you know how to configure. Go to desktop, IP config. I am giving IP addresses 101 and subnet mask as 1. And subnet mask and gateway as 1.3. So I have already said that each PC has different IP address. So I am configuring the PC 0. So go to desktop, IP config, so IP address. So I am giving it as 1.2 subnet mask and gateway, same gateway address I am giving. Okay, I will say what is a gateway. So this is the gateway which is between the router and the switch. So I am going here, go to desktop, IP config. I am giving it as 2 cities. You can give 3 cities, 4 cities also, nothing issue. But for our easy understanding, I am giving like this. So I am giving it as 2.3 the gateway address. So desktop, IP config. So 2.2. So here also same 2.3 I am giving it as an IP address. Now I am going to this network. Desktop, IP config, I am giving it as 3.3. Now I am going to PC file, going to desktop, IP config. I am configuring as 3.2 and the gateway is 3.3 because 2 PC is the common gateway. So I have configured the IP. So here we are going to give the gateway address. Gateway address for this is 1.3, for this 2.3, for this 3.3. So this is the gateway address we have given to all the PCs. Now I am going to configure the router. First we will give the IP address for the router. So I am giving it as 4.0 network. I am giving it as 4.1. So here 4.2, here it will be 5.2, here it will be 5.1. So just I have given the label. Still now I have not configured the router. Okay, now we will configure the router. We can configure the router in CLI mode, or you can config in the config also. I am going to configure in the config. So see here. So this is FA fast Ethernet 0/0. So I am clicking in the fast Ethernet 0/0. I am giving the IP address, that is the gateway address, as 1.3 subnet mask. That is I am on the fast Ethernet 0/0 cable, which is connected to the router. Now next is serial 2/0. So clicking on the 2/0, the IP address is 4.1. So subnet mask, I am setting the clock rate. I am switching on that cable, serial cable 2/0. Okay, now we will go to 3.0. So here we are going to configure three things. One is fast Ethernet 0/0, that is it has the IP address that is the gateway address, that is 2.3. Okay, now subnet mask gets on. Now I am going to configure this serial cable 3/0 and this serial cable 2/0. So first I will configure 2/0. So what will be your IP address? It will be 4.2. Okay, now we are going to on it. Next will be cable 3.0. Sorry, I think it is cable for cable 3.0 it is 5.1. So just I will switch off and I will switch on that. Now cable 3/0. So it will be 4.2 subnet mask. I am setting the time as I am switching. Okay. Now the second router as configured. Now we are going to configure the third router. So go to config, go to fast Ethernet. So that will be, what will be the gateway? It will be 3.3. The subnet mask I'm switching on the fast Ethernet 0/0. Next it will be serial, so it will be 5.2 subnet mask. I'm setting the clock rate. You can set any clock rate. Okay, so this is configured. So the red has become green and this is still turning on. It will take some time. Okay, so this is how we are configuring the default routing. The same thing what we have done in the static routing. Here we will see some difference between the static routing and the default routing. Okay, first we will see what is the default routing. A default routing is configured for unknown destination. So for example, this is the source, this is the destination. Okay, for unknown destination we can use default routing. That is one of the use. Generally it is used in the internet where the destinations are not known. For example, Yahoo, Google. So that are the real-time examples for default routing. So for unknown destinations, this is the source. We doesn't know where is the destination. For that we are preferring this default routing. Okay, now we will configure the default routing. So I'm clicking on the router 1, going to CLI. We will see in the CLI. So I'm just typing exit. So here I'm going to configure IP route. So 0.0.0.0. So that is with the 0.0. That is IP address and the 0. That is we doesn't know the destination. So we are giving like that, source and destination. So what is the next hop? That is this is the next hop. So we are going to type here address here 192.168.4.2. enter. Just you press exit. So see here, configured from console by console. That's all. Close this router. Again I'm going to the router 2. So go to CLI. So just first you type exit. So IP route the same way what you given in the first network, you should give like that. IP route 0.0.0.0 space 0.0.0.0. So this is IP address and this is the subnet mask. We doesn't know the destination, so we are giving 0.0.0.0. So that is what the use of default routing. So what will be the next hop for this? So that will be, this is the next hop for this network. So I am going to give 192.168. That is 5.1. So exit. Okay, configured from console by console. So I am configured this to router. Now I am going to configure this router. It should be configured carefully. Okay, so CLI exit. So here you are going to configure IP route. Okay, so neighboring address you are going to configure. So this side is, that is 1.0 192.168.1.0. So the next neighboring network is totally 1.0 network, and you are going to give the IP address 255.255.255. This is subnet mask, and you are going to give the router's address. So what here you are going to, this should be pointed carefully. In the static routing you are going to give the next hop, but here you are going to give the same IP address of that router, that is the 1.0 network router, that is 192.168.4.1. so this is what you should listen carefully. So similarly, IP route 192.168. that is 3.0. so 255.255.255.0. so that is a subnet mask. So here also you are going to give the same router address. So 192.168. that is 5.2. okay, now exit. Okay, that's all. This coding you should note carefully. So now we will send it as from source to destination, packets from source to destination. So in progress, first it will be failed, it will say some time. Now successful. From here to here failed, it will take some time. Now see, successful. So from here to here, successful. So this is default. Routing, that is we doesn't know the destination. So from here you can send the data from source to destination. Here this is, we doesn't know the destination, so that is why we are giving it as 0.0.0.0 as the IP address and the subnet mask, but we are giving this next hop address. Similarly, so this total network you should assume it as 1.0, this total network you should assume it as 2.0, this total network you should assume it as 3.0. So this total network I am giving it as 3.0. This total address I am giving it as 2.0. This total address I am giving it as 1.0. That's all. This is default routing. So end to end, or you call it as end to end. That is from source to destination. You doesn't know the destination. In that situation, you can use default routing. Thank you.